Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Barry. Last time around we had Starting Now, where basically a lot of stuff happened. Albert confronted Barry and told him, he doesn't think he's really evil, but it's gotta stop. Starting now. Which was kind of weird that he didn't arrest him to, make sure it stopped, but whatever. Anywho, so there was that. Sally killed a man. Sally killed a man that attacked her and Barry, and then traumatized, she is now on her way back to Joplin, Missouri. And then Jean was interrogated, I guess, by Jim Moss, and Jim got into his head, and they set up a plan. So Barry was lured in, and he was going to go kill Jim Moss, and then it was all a trap. It was a setup, and Barry was arrested by the police. So that's pretty crazy. And yeah, that's pretty much where we left off, that Barry has been arrested. Fuchs was arrested. Fuchs was thrown in jail as well. So yeah, we have an entire other season, and I don't know where we're going with this, but I'm excited. And it's interesting too, because this season aired so recently, just within the past year, so I'm just excited to see what we're getting in this. But yeah, it is the first episode of the season, so if you want to watch my full unedited reaction to this episode of Barry, you can for free. Normally I keep this on my Patreon page, but for the first episode of a season, I do make it available to anyone. Just head down in the description or into the pinned comment. There'll be a link there. It'll take you over to my Patreon page, but it's a completely free thing that you can do. And basically what you have to do is sync up your copy of this episode of Barry to my footage. So you hit play on my footage, and there'll be a count in 3, 2, 1, and then that's when you start your episode. I'm watching this on Max, and it'll basically start from when the HBO logo starts. So yeah, and it's easy as can be. And when you're done with that, I do encourage you to come back to this YouTube video for the discussion. So with that, let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of Barry. Here we go.
Good evening. Tonight, the LAPD and our tax unit apprehended Barry Berkman, a 44-year-old resident of North Hollywood.
He's 44? Wow.
He is also
Looks good for 44.
apprehended in a sting operation carried out by LAPD detective May Dunn.
Wow, good job, May.
In the arrest of this.
Hello? This is a collect call from
Barry?
an inmate at California State Penitentiary.
Meh.
Do you accept the charges?
His hair is shorter.
Yes.
Mr. Kusno?
Yeah.
Did you guys trick me?
Yes.
Mr. Kusno, are you mad at me? Because I love you.
What did you say?
I said I love you.
Hey, Barry,
Yeah.
I got you.
Meh. Oh, God. Remember when there was a, really dumb fight with Ronnie? Those were the days. Ugh.
Hello. Hi. What's your name?
Oh, God. You know what? I'm glad the turbulence made sure that didn't last any longer.
Barry killed Kusino's girlfriend the night she went missing.
Meh.
But I was with him.
I know.
Meh.
He was just arrested. Kusino and her father helped catch him. It's all over the news. It's everywhere. Where
Sally.
are you? Do you need my help?
Sally, I'm double parked.
What'd you do that for?
Why do you look like that?
The guy I was dating in LA killed my acting teacher's girlfriend.
It's gonna be one of those days. She's gonna throw up.
What the actual fuck? When I was fucking there? What the actual fuck?
Oh, she's not gonna throw up,
I
but
was actually
she's gonna
fucking
blow
there.
up.
Oh my god, I can't breathe.
You all done?
We are. Thank you, honey. Oh, could I get some chili cheese tots to go?
Oh, sure thing.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Would they go to a Sonic? From Laws of Humanity. I really hope Fuchs is in this place too. Oh, he is. Well, this is fun.
Word on the street is you and Berkman were besties. No, you're not.
Meh.
It's
a mild way of putting it.
Janice Moss's murder. Are you coming to us to say there's more?
She's just the tip of the iceberg.
He can give them
were
everything.
aware.
When Jim Moss called me and said he was using Gene Cousineau to help capture his daughter's killer, I said, "Are you telling me jokes? You Caroline Ray?"
I can assure you he is not Caroline Ray.
I thought you'd have to get yourself killed or, more likely, punk out and flee the country.
That tracks.
Yeah.
But you pulled it off. Good work.
Thanks. Oh, Hank and Cristobal.
Santa Fe. We are doing it. No shit, we are. No going back. Why would we go back?
Don't go back.
Oh, it's the owner, the old hippie woman with the cowboy hat. She is here to fix the oven.
She fucking slammed the door. Ugh. They are gonna be on edge for a while. Damn.
Oh.
Good job.
Construction costs are through the roof with this sand shortage.
You guys can't find sand out here?
This desert sand is worthless. I'm talking about the high quality stuff you need to build.
Yeah.
Ship it in from Asia and Africa. Funny is that?
Interesting. That is quite the man cave. Aww.
Hello?
This call may be recorded. You have received a collect call from an inmate at California State Penitentiary. Do you accept the charges?
No, I don't accept the fucking charges. Don't ever fucking call me again, you fucking liar.
Your call is being disconnected now.
You know what? Get rid of your phone, change your name, go to Alaska. Oh my god. Episode 1. He's having visions now. Come a long way from episode 1. Yeah, but he's real.
You know, I was trying to remember something. When you off that guy, you didn't. I don't know what you did. In Rochester, that businessman. What did you do to him exactly? What?
Do they need to pin him down for anything else? I feel like killing a cop is
You're
enough.
right about Mr. Cousineau. I never should have trusted him. I never should have taken that acting class. If I hadn't have tried to...
I mean, there's a lot of things you shouldn't have
myself, we
done.
wouldn't be here. I'm sorry, Fuchs.
I don't know if... I'm sure there's a philosophical debate on whether or not you should have taken the acting class, but you shouldn't have done a lot of things.
Action.
Here we go again.
Hi, I'm Gene Cousineau.
He's a hero now.
You know what? You should talk to him. Take him into the garage like you did me. You yelled at me this close to you scared the shit out of me. Yeah. That's the guy.
I want to believe Hank and Cristobal just have a good time the rest of the
what's
season.
on your mind? You have not touched your chilaquiles.
Why are you dressed like this?
They knew how to get the sand into the country secretly. They could corner the market, make a fortune.
Okay, I get that. But all of our men are dead. We have no infrastructure.
Don't.
And the trail running here is great.
Oh, believe me, I know. But I also know that you have always wanted to be the top dog in LA. It's why you and Goran came to the States, to make your mark.
Oh, Goran.
It is a dream that we both share. This is your chance, Hank. It's our chance.
It's your chance to leave!
Hey, there she is, under Dad's desk. Wow. How's my little old Meryl Streep doing?
Did Mom tell you about my boyfriend?
She did, yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a rough situation.
A little.
I'm glad you're not involved in that anymore.
Me too.
Murder? Yikes.
Yeah.
Your mom said you made a TV show about us called Joplin. I'd like to watch it after dinner.
She said she needs to talk to you right away.
Sure. Is she okay?
Are the parents even involved in that?
Well, it's based on what Sam did to me. But you don't have a daughter.
Okay, let's calm down.
And you never worked at a bank. I can't do this. I see his mother at church. Now I'm gonna have to call the family and let them know all about this.
No, you don't, in
In
fact.
pain. Can't believe you used his actual name. The guy put his hands around my neck and choked me. Right. And the boy in LA is a murderer. I think I might actually be in a lot of trouble. You sure can, Beckham.
Are you going to be of any help?
Mom. I'm calling Jean. I'm sure she already knows.
Oh, fuck Sam! Sam can go fuck himself!
Hey, how's this? The gal I got working for me is out on maternity leave. You come in, you work for me, just for a couple of weeks. We can spend a lot of time together.
So she's got them Jesse Pinkman parents, except she did nothing wrong. What's happening here? Is he having a nightmare?
What are you doing up?
I was just researching the sand.
Oh.
I think you're right. We'd be crazy not to do this.
No, you're crazy too. Oh, for God's
Let's
sake.
go back to LA.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Never. Ever.
Way to go. You're so fucking
Ugh.
Bro. Stop that.
Stop that.
Settle down. But I'm sure you're not a bad guy.
How many times does he have to hear that?
Heck, you were in the Marines, man. That's pretty special.
He killed a cop.
You were also on TV.
I'm a fucking cop killer. If I saw you walking down the street, I'd fucking kill you. I'd kill your fucking kids. I'd kill your fucking wife. And I'd kill your fucking mom.
Does he want to get his ass beaten? Damn. Oh, baby berry. Jeez, he really got his ass beaten.
Buddy?
Wore a wire again.
I took advantage of you. I did. It was me. I'm so sorry.
Jeez.
One,
this again.
This is Lon.
I told you not to talk to anybody else.
Who is this?
We're going to meet tomorrow. And I'm going to tell you how Gene Cousineau caught Barry Berkman.
Wait a minute, how did you get this number? Hello?
What? Don't. Dang it! This entire show can just be summed up with the question, why are you like this? With the only character that doesn't... The only character that you don't ask that question about is Sally. Can we start a hashtag Sally did nothing wrong? Because I'm like thinking back, and honestly, Sally did nothing wrong, I think. Unless there's some obscure thing I'm missing, I think Sally did nothing wrong. It's an interesting thing with this season kind of being I don't want to say an epilogue, because there's obviously still a lot happening. There's still character arcs happening, you know? But I don't know. What would you classify this as? Like, but that's on the basis that the end of season 3 is the climax of the show, you know? I guess it's kind of similar to Better Call Saul, without getting into spoilers. Like, kind of the midpoint of that season's episode 7, episode 8 is about, like, the big climax. Like, that's kind of where most of the stories end. But the remaining episodes of that season is focused on Saul's character, you know? I don't think that's really a spoiler in case you haven't seen it, but yeah. And I mean, the whole show is focused on Saul's character, so but yeah, it's like with this, I don't know. I'm curious as to where this season is going, you know? Because Barry and Fuchs are in prison, you know? But you know what? It feels like everyone's story has finished, but now it is specifically on their characters, you know? Like, the actual, like, story, events taking place have finished, but this season is mostly focused on their characters, which is interesting. Not that nothing's gonna happen, but it's an interesting thing. So yeah, that was a lot. Although, again, Sally did nothing wrong. Her mother, my God, man. Just, like, how? It's, like, both of her parents are pretty bad, you know? Like, the dad is no help either. Like, he's just trying to... He honestly is looking at it of, like, a run away from what's happening, you know? Just like, let's just ignore it, you know? He wants to sweep everything under the rug. It's like he wants to sweep things under the rug, and the mother is mad that the rug got stained, but isn't mad about the fact that the reason it's stained is because someone bled out all over it. That's kind of the thing. It's like she's not looking at the actual issue at hand here, you know? So Sally needs to leave. Of all the people who I would recommend should go see the vacuum cleaner guy in Breaking Bad and get a completely new identity and be moved somewhere else, I wasn't thinking it was going to be Sally. But here we are. And it's like, man, because, like, she got away. To her credit, she left LA. The problem is it's going to follow her, you know? You know, like, just change your name and go live in France. I don't know. Like, go move to a different country. Get out of there. If you don't want to learn French, go to Canada, where they do at least speak English. You know, it's a mix of English and French, but mostly English. I don't know. Just leave. You have to get out. You're gonna have to get out, especially now. Get away from your parents because they are terrible. So there's that. Fuchs Fuchs being Fuchs. Fuchs being Fuchs, but I like that didn't actually last, you know? I also love how awful a job he tried of, like, you know, from, like, 30 feet away, he's like, Barry, who was that one, the businessman that you murdered, right? Didn't you murder this businessman? Tell me about that from that safe distance. It's like, that was terrible. So I'm glad that didn't last. And I like that he did, he ditched the wire, because he does care about Barry, you know? And I like that. So that was good. And Barry, that whole thing of, you know, it's like, oh, I should have listened to you. I shouldn't have tried to understand myself and joined the acting class. And it's like, oh, honey, it's like, it's difficult, but it's like, you cannot boil it down to that. It's like, yes, technically, because he was insistent on staying in the acting class, everything snowballed. Everything snowballed, and it led him to where he is now. But here's the thing. It's only fate when you look back. You know? It's only fate when you look back. As you're going through in the moment, anything could happen. And you can make any choice, and you can go anywhere and do anything. Anything can happen going forward. But it will always look like fate going back. So yes, but if you had gone to the acting class, it doesn't mean you would have ended up here. If you had killed Ryan, this might not have happened. If you had killed Taylor, this probably wouldn't have happened. If you didn't kill Chris, maybe. It's just, it really just is what if. This only looks like fate because you're looking back. Like, is it bad? Like, saying, like, it was a bad idea for him to join the acting class and try to understand himself. No, it's just that what the bad thing that happened was everything that happened after that. You know? Now, would all of those things happen if he hadn't joined the acting class? Sure. But even still, I mean, half of Barry's problems are Fuchs. If Fuchs hadn't made the choices he made, this wouldn't have happened, you know? It's just, it's a difficult thing. It's a difficult thing. So, Hank and Cristobal, though, no. Stop. Do not. I mean, I know their problems are gone. There are no more Chechens. There are no more Bolivians. Like, there's no one left, supposedly. But the fact that Hank specifically says, let's go back to LA, when I have sat here for what feels like the entire show saying, for the love of God, don't go to LA. Like, that's just funny. That's just really funny. So yeah. They're going to get into the sand business. Which is an interesting thing, actually. I like that concept because it's like, you don't hear about that. It's like, oh, you know, we don't have enough sand. And they just kind of look like, you can't find sand. And it's like, no, not that. Like the good sand that you can build stuff with. Sand that you'll find in Africa and Asia. And it's like, that's an interesting thing. Just an interesting little tidbit, you know? And Gene's a hero. And now he's going to talk to Vanity Fair, I guess. I do like the other person coming in and being like, Lon, it's the Batman voice again. And it's just him doing a Batman. Like, that was kind of funny. I guess it's like every so often they still make a joke to where you remember that this did start out as a comedy, you know? you know what? I feel like this takes, like, the ancient, like, description or definition of a comedy and a tragedy. Like, in ancient Greece, a tragedy can do literally anything at once. It can be the funniest thing on God's green earth, so long as it has a tragic ending. Likewise, a comedy could be as dark and horrible as humanly possible, so long as it had a happy ending. It didn't even need to be funny. It just needed to be a happy ending. Then it was labeled a comedy. And I feel like that's part of the mentality of this show. You know? Where it's like, hey, let's start off funny. Let's start off like this, you know, goofy assassin acting comedy. And then let's just make this as dark as humanly possible. But now, the question remains, the question for this final season, is this a comedy or is it a tragedy? And that is what we will find out 7 weeks from now when we finish this show. But I think that's going to be our big question this season now. Is this a Greek comedy or a Greek tragedy? I don't know if anyone would think about that about Barry. Or maybe they did. I don't know. But this is great. It's still great. It's still interesting. And man, what an interesting show, you know? But that is basically it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Barry reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.